Hi guys, hope you all having a good day. I've been working on a couple of software projects, one called Make It Tracker and one Pricing Base. Although the projects are hosted on Vercel, but the database, blogs, server analytics, and all those stuff are hosted in one of my VPS. So I just wanted to give you guys an overview how I self-host my projects, and hopefully that will help you as well if you are looking for something similar.
All right. So the first thing you need is a domain. Technically, you can use IP address, but having a domain will make your life so much easier. So just get a domain. For buying domains, I use Namecheap. There's also a bunch of other options out there. I think GoDaddy is another very popular one. So next, you will need a VPS, basically a virtual computer where you will host your applications. So I use Digitalocean, but you can also use AWS, Google, Microsoft. There's a one called Vulture that's pretty cheap. Well, yeah, you can go to their pricing. So on Vulture, you can get a VPS for as low as 250 a month, so which is pretty neat. So no matter which one you choose, you just have to get a VPS from there. So on DigitalOcean, you can go to create and create a droplet. So click on this. And here you have a bunch of options for creating a VPS, like selecting a region. Should probably select a region that's closest to your users. I typically go for London or Frankfurt because that's like the middle of the world. And next, you can select your OS. Ubuntu is the most common one. That's what I use. And here you have options to select your droplet size. Depending on your website size or traffic, you can choose your CPU options. The lowest you can get is $6. Next, you have options to add additional storage. I don't need them. For backups, if your website has important files or database, I definitely suggest you should have backups. Otherwise, something might ever go wrong and you can lose all your data. So, highly recommended. Just for this video, I will not have it. And next, you have options to select how you want to connect to your VPS, right? So you can either have SSH or password. I suggest SSH because it's a lot more secure. It already has my SSH because I previously set it up. For you, you probably have to create new ones. And if everything seems right, you can just create a droplet. So after you create a droplet, you'll see your droplets here. As you can see, I have a 20 gig RAM and 50 gigs SSD, which I pay for $12, I think, a month. Now that we have our domain and VPS ready, we can go to the code base. So here's my Docker Compose file, and I have two containers here. One is my blog site that's running on port 2386, and another is Caddy, which will work as the web server and REST proxy, and I specified all its ports here. I also have created a network called BTM Web Lab and hooked it up with Caddy and the host site, so Caddy can handle the networks of this container. If you don't have any idea of Docker or Docker Compose, then I suggest you watch a Docker crash course. There's a bunch out there on YouTube. Or you can subscribe me because I'm working on a Docker crash course, which will be launched pretty soon. Next, you'll have a Caddy file to connect your domain with your container. So I specified my domain here, waldwanderlust.com, and here you pass your container name that you want to connect. So you can see our container name was W2CL. I'll zoom in. Yeah. And you also specify the port that's it's running on. So the port was 2368, and that's what you specified here. And it's imported as ZZ. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now you can push it to GitHub and pull it in your VPS. So to connect to your VPS, you just use SSH and then you specify your IP. The IP you will get from here. So this is that. Now you can see we are on my VPS. You can see my files in the VPS. So we'll go to project. You see I have all the files that I have here. So let's see what our Docker prod file looks like. It has a bunch of more other containers that my project need, but you can ignore those. But I do have the same two containers that I just described earlier, host to website and the Caddy. Now to start the containers, you say Docker compose, specify the file name, Docker compose.prod.yaml, and we up -t, so it runs on a detached mode. And then you specify the container name, so w2l post and carry, and enter, and this will start both of the container because everything is up and running. So now we can just visit the domain and I can access my website. And you don't have to worry about HTTPS stuff because Caddy automatically generates SSL certificates for you. So it's pretty neat.
So yeah, that's all for this video. If you have any question or struggle to understand any certain topic, let me know in the comments. I'm also working on a Docker crash course, so it will be live in a couple of weeks. So make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.